Do you know how many artists that have reached out to me? Like artists, like musicians, comedians, that thanked me for endorsing Trump because they can't do it. They said they want to, but they don't want to be attacked. They can't say it. They think the country's going in the wrong direction. They think that this control of social media by the government, which we would have had pretty much fully if it wasn't for Elon buying Twitter.
How's this for a motivational phrase? Our resistance will be talked about for generations.
They are right. I just came across this FBI sees Polymarket CEO's phone electronics after betting platform predict Trump win, sources according to the New York Post. Extremely concerning. When you take a look at these pictures, you can clearly see these guys with team wars. Along the way, some people are suggesting that maybe it's because of the predictions. Everybody saw that on X. People put in money betting on Trump. So I don't understand why this man could do this. It is very clear when you go against these people, this is what you should expect.
They had, I don't know how many conversations with my folks.
Right.
But multiple conversations, giving different dates, different times, different this, different that. And we knew that she was going to be in Texas. So I said, open invitation. I think they had required things that she didn't want to talk about. She didn't want to talk about marijuana legalization, so I thought was hilarious.
Why?
Like, that's so, because of her prosecuting record. And, you know, she put a lot of people in jail for weed.
You had that. You had this from one of the... You had that, and you had this from one of the spokesmen. There was a backlash with some of our progressive staff that didn't want her to be on it and how there would be backlash. I guess there's truth in there somewhere, gentlemen. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's malpractice, right? You're worried about your staff's feelings and not, getting in front of tens of millions of voters, more than watch the evening news even. And look, Rogan is a symptom of a larger cause, right? I don't think doing Rogan would suddenly win her the election, but it spoke to a mindset of playing it safe, of keeping her from a lot of interviews for most of the campaign, of not taking risks, of not saying, hey, let's figure out 3 things where we can separate ourselves from the historically unpopular president in our party, of, hey, let's cater to this interest identity group and that interest identity group instead of trying to win voters and build the broadest tent possible. Look, Rogan in itself didn't lose the election, but it was a mindset that informed all of that did.
My feeling, Philippe, is that anytime you put conditions on an interview, it's probably either not going to happen or it's not going to go well. And I think this other comment about progressive staff members being concerned about it, that there might be some truth in that, about the infighting within the campaign.
Well, Billy, you just teed up a...
What they put out during that campaign period was different from this. They said it was because of maybe set location that they disagree. I didn't know that there was these limitations. You will not be able to talk about this. No, it is crazy. And that is not all. On another episode, Joe Rogan made it clear they wanted the interview to be edited. Joe Rogan made it clear, like, I don't edit my clips. All the interviews we carry out, we post it like that. So you can see why Kamala did not attend to this. Maybe Joe Rogan refused. Like, I cannot be doing that. We should be able to talk for 3 hours. Good conversations. Look at this now. Joe Rogan is blowing up on social media after revealing this. That notwithstanding, this historian who failed to predict that is blaming Elon Musk for Kamala laws. I don't know if this is insane or what exactly is going on. Take a look at this clip.
Nostradamus of presidential elections. Historian Alan Lichtman from American University predicted 9 of the last 10 elections correctly.
Votes.
Who do you think is going to occupy the White House?
According to the keys to the White House, the incumbent Democrats, Harris, the nominee, are down 4 keys. It takes 6 or more false keys to count them out and predict that Donald Trump will return to the White House. That's why my prediction system, with a 40-plus year track record, predicts that Kamala Harris will be a new pathbreaker.
A few moments later.
I'm kind of in shock right now. I've been
our country.
I've been hopeful this whole time.
I know you've been more hopeful than me.
I think it's gone. It's just not. There's just not enough room to make up. The math isn't there.
No, the math doesn't work. Numbers don't lie.
It leads to a suggestion, Professor, that all the white people came out to vote for Trump and not the black woman. We don't really see that
as I explained,
in the
it's
demos.
not limited to white people. That's
right, because black voters didn't come out. The Democrats lost because they underperformed, Alan. The Democrats lost because they underperformed. They misread the main motivators for the voters, and they underperformed. Black women pulled a heavy, heavy load for the Democrats again, but they couldn't overcome black men, Latino women, married women, you know, even though reproductive rights matters, it wasn't everything for them. And you saw it in a lot of demos.
This is how you play it. This guy is far left like her. When you look at this, you can clearly see this was just based on his imaginations, not from real facts. If you are wrong, acknowledge that. Stop all this trash blame game. Calling out Elon Musk for spreading misinfo. Oh, people are saying this. It's a cause of his wrong predictions. Crazy. Acknowledge the fact that all what you've been doing is just imagination predictions and they all come true, not this time around. It gets me annoyed when I see like polling market CEO getting arrested for doing just the right thing. This man has been doing that over and over and it failed this time. So coming to say a lot of people are spreading misinfo on social media about immigrant is causing his predictions to be wrong. That is totally crazy. I don't get it. When I look at him, the interviews he had on CNN, News Nation, saying the same thing, trying to bring back people to believe what he has been spewing for a very long time. In 4 years' time, people will not believe what he says again.
We're too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
Too far to the left on transgender rights.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
Social justice issues take a back seat when your son is in the basement vaping and playing video games and can't find a job.
Oh, there is no freaking way. The Trump effect is actually crazy. It's not
all these crazy people
care. There's one theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
Check when she was like the district attorney for something. Maybe it was to get out of a parking ticket or something. But to meet this black woman president.
What a joke. So she didn't take personal payment, she claimed.
I want to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that
guy.
I didn't mention that guy's name. He's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway.
Hey there. I'm guessing you're not doing great.
Being honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was
be doing on day one. Right? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends.
Bishop Vigano, he says that
dollars for Beyonce.
Not free.
You're very good. How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election.